tops, and I don't know if you have seen this, but I think the Snyder Bros have gone kind of off the deep end a little bit. And if nothing else, it's like an obsessive compulsive waste of their time to do this. And I don't know. I didn't know this was as big of a thing. Maybe two hashtags were trending at one point. Sell Snyderverse to Netflix, sell ZSJL to Netflix. There's like people making images and they're talking about all of this sort of like fan fiction stuff in such a delusional manner as though any of this is going to happen. Like, it's very clear that WBD is moving on. Now, I'm not saying they won't be licensing things out. I think it would be smart on their half to consider licensing. So I actually said the solution to DC Comics is start licensing stuff out. Call Todd McFarlane, figure out what your base comics you want to keep are, and then start licensing some stuff out. But not on the film level. That seems very clear that you would do that. Netflix seems like a great landing point for some of the stuff to be licensed over there, as well as Amazon. But when I say licensing, I mean the stuff that's already been made, not to give them permission to make a competing Justice League film, let alone part 2, part 3. Like, these people have created in these images. Like, this is nuts. This is crazy. Like, the fan fiction has kind of like gone off the rails. There's another one with like Darkseid on his throne, and it's like, join us on the 2nd year anniversary of the Snyder Cut. I'm like, oh my, you are really, really into this, which is totally fine. But I think you need some water on your fire, man. None of us are that enthralled with the Snyder Cut that you just have to understand your numbers. Like, that you are not the mainstream, and you definitely are not in the conversation of what these people want to do to make some of their money back. These actors, the cast and creatives, they've all moved on. Snyder is working on Rebel Moon, the Star Wars project he can't get off the ground. If he was such a big demand for this guy, he would have been able to get that going in a different way. And I think that Henry Cavill's got Warhammer going on. There's still like rumors and talks of maybe the Highlander project moving forward, as well as some of these other folks. There are reasons to have fan fiction fun, but it's another thing to be this obsessive with it. And this came to light because I happened to catch this in a live stream. This was Saggy Melons. Saggy Melons has this person in their chat, and they're talking about harassment and back and forth about the Snyderverse and hashtags and whatever. And I understand she can be loud, she's intense, she's talking about all of this, and it's upsetting them. So they're basically being triggered. And then this person says, we're coming after you if you don't stop. We'll report your channel for harassment. Listen, dude, what on earth? You can't threaten creatives to talk about a hashtag on Twitter with like demonetizing or deplatforming them. Like, dude, you have got to get yourself checked. Like, this is crazy behavior. This isn't like just some frivolous, fan fiction group. You start threatening people's channels. There's another person, they literally have this whole video and they're like, here's another Netflix series, Brainiac, Destroyer of Worlds. And I'm like, dude, I was fan fictioning months ago about how to fix all this mess when I was talking about World's Finest and Batman Beyond, and I got it, right? I even talked about Booster Gold at one point. But dude, you guys are going to have to calm down. You can't go around threatening people, and you do definitely need to get a hold of some elements that are real and not this sort of like unhinged fan fiction-y stuff and obsession. Like, it's sort of kind of like gotten out of control, for lack of a better phrase. So that's my take on it. Maybe you've never even heard of this, didn't know it was trending, didn't know it's a thing. Maybe you believe in it. You can better explain it to me so I can understand why you think there's validity to any of this. Why do you think any of this will come to pass? That's the biggest thing for me. Why do you think that any of these companies, I'm not saying they won't license Justice League, but if you think that Netflix is going to get a license from WBD to make additional Zack Snyder verse content, put down the crack pipe, my friend. That's not happening. Definitely not anytime soon. Maybe in a few years, if things were completely broke and the wheels come off even more, then maybe, but not right now. Not right now. I'm Pops. You guys can tell me what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching.
I mean, this is going to make E.T. look like Raiders of the Lost Ark. You know what I'm saying?